Back in Texas, and as the warm-up tosses from Chan Ho Park have come to an end, the manager, Buck Showalter, has come out to talk to him, and that may be it for him. So kind of strange. He warmed up.
Yeah.
Well, if this is an injury or what it is.
No, I think what happened is whoever was warming up in the bullpen was not ready yet. So they let Park go out and make his warm-up tosses to give that guy in the bullpen some time to get loose. And Showalter comes out now to make the move.
It'll be Esteban Yan coming into the game, the former Devil Ray. Let's step aside. We'll come back and tell you about the new Rangers reliever after this.
Welcome back to Arlington. Tom Caron here with our Citizens Bank Not Your Typical Fans. Kevin and Kathleen McGonigal here from Braintree visiting their cousin Scott Ward. You're a teacher, so school vacation, it worked out.
Absolutely. Checked the schedule and it worked out. School vacation, so we're here.
Kevin, now you actually had contacts with the Rangers. They got you tickets, but your cousin got you better tickets.
How can you beat that? I mean, you know, we come to the ballpark. He shows us the seats, and they're about 4 sections behind the ones we're sitting in right now. So what could be better? Thanks a lot, Scott.
Got to go with the local contact. You are a teacher in the 6th grade. You have a request, I understand, from your students.
I do. I have a special request. I would like Jerry to say hello to all the students at the Rogers Middle School.
All right, there are Citizens Bank Not Your Typical Fans. Jerry, the kids are waiting.
Hi to everybody at the Rogers Middle School.
Here is Nomar facing the new pitcher, Esteban Yan. Nomar 1 for 3 in the ball game tonight, and was lunging after that pitch from Yan.
Esteban Yan making his 9th appearance in a Ranger uniform. 12 innings, 17 hits allowed, 8 earned runs, 4 walks and 14 strikeouts. Of course, Yan, as Don mentioned, the Tampa Bay Devil Ray pitcher for a while.
To right field for Juan Gonzalez, moves back and over and takes care of out number 1.
Now, Pedro Martinez, we say it all the time, but, you know, you never know what he's going to throw in any situation. And here on the 3-2 count with the bases loaded, he goes to the cut fastball, and fortunately gets a little help from Michael Young chasing a pitch that's out of the zone. But again, you know, you just don't know what you're going to get.
Seven innings tonight, 3 hits, 1 run. He walked 6 and struck out 8. And the Texas Rangers leaving a total of 6 men on base, including leaving them loaded in the bottom of the 7th inning. And it appeared all night like Pedro was doing some stretching throughout the night, and we hope that he is all right. I'm sure we'll hear more about that if there is indeed a problem.
Now, you would think if there was anything seriously wrong with Pedro that he'd right now be in the clubhouse and getting some attention from the training staff. But clearly we saw him on a number of occasions stretching out that side.
And you had noted his release point at times tonight. This is hit pretty well to deep left center field off the bat of Ramirez. Everett heading back, looking up, and it's gone. Manny Ramirez takes it out of the yard to left, his 3rd home run of the year, and the Red Sox lead it 5-1.
Look out, American League, because Manny Ramirez is right now hot. Little slider right there from Esteban Yan out over the plate, and no question about that would have left the bat right into the Red Sox bullpen.
There's Kevin Millar looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 3. And he had 4 hits yesterday and has 3 hits tonight, including his 3rd home run of the season. Taking the strike. 1-1 now to Kevin. Starting the night at 338, he's down to 324, and his first snag really in a Red Sox uniform. Well, he crushed the ball last time up. Looked like he was going to be out of the yard, but Carl Everett went back and made a great catch up against the wall down by the 354 marker to rob him of what at least would have been a double. Big swing from Millar, and the strikeout for Esteban Yan, his first. 2 down.
Stay tuned after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox postgame show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers and a new lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action is just beginning.
Well, certainly Manny Ramirez very familiar with Esteban Yan. And Ramirez takes him out of the yard for a pad run here for the Red Sox, who now lead it 5-1, 2 outs in the inning. And here's Trot Nixon, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Field on that pitch. Esteban Yan is now 27 years of age, from the Dominican Republic, and had been a member of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays since 1998, used frequently as their closer. He had 19 saves a year ago for Tampa Bay, 22 the year before. He was a free agent and signed as a free agent by the Texas Rangers during the offseason. First big league appearance came with the Baltimore Orioles back in 1996, coming up through their system. Was there again in 97 before going to Tampa Bay. In the air to left, Carl Everett has it in his sights. And that'll do it in the top of the 8th. The home run for Manny Ramirez gives the Red Sox the 5-1 lead at the end of 7.5 from Texas. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at the ballpark in Arlington, Texas, where the Red Sox enjoy a 5-1 lead. Let's review the numbers from the first 7.5 innings. Pedro Martinez went 7, giving up a run. It was unearned. 3 hits, 6 walks for Pedro, and 8 strikeouts. Chan Ho Park was on the hook for the loss. 7 innings, giving up 4 runs. Walker with a single, a double, and 2 runs batted in. The Red Sox second baseman Manny Ramirez, a couple of singles, a solo home run last inning, and A-Rod with a walk and a run for the Texas Rangers. So as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, taking over on the mound for the Red Sox is Mike Timlin.
3-0 on the season for Timlin. This will be his 8th game. He has worked a total of 13 2/3, 11 hits, has not walked anybody yet this year, with 9 strikeouts, and opponents only hitting .208. The last outing, he picked up that 3rd win on Sunday against Toronto, going 2 innings in that game, and in the 2 innings had 4 strikeouts.
Tough part of the Texas order. Hank Blaylock, Alex Rodriguez, and Rafael Palmeiro expected. Blaylock 0 for 2 with a walk tonight, and his batting average has gone from .421 down to .407. Blaylock, who last year hit at just .211 for the Texas Rangers, forcing them to send him down at one point to Oklahoma City, is now Pedro make his way to the clubhouse. He's turned things over to Mike Timlin. Didn't go, says Angel Hernandez. Blaylock, just 22 years of age. Played 49 games in Texas, but 95 in Oklahoma last year. Soft chopper right side. Millar will need Timlin, who gets there, and they're in time to get Blaylock for out number 1.
Yeah, nicely done by both Millar and also Timlin. Timlin breaking off the mound, falling off that first base side. He just continues on to at first base, knowing he can't make the play, and then Millar will just give him that nice underhand flip. A little bit of spin on that ground ball was heading out toward Millar. Very close at first base, but Blaylock thought he beat it.
So 1 down, and it'll bring up Alex Rodriguez, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. The only Texas run that came back in the 4th inning. Lined into left center field for a base hit. Johnny Damon racing all the way back. That's going to get through to the track and wall. And Alex Rodriguez will stand at second base with a one-out double. It was just the first extra base hit for Texas tonight.
A-Rod happy to see Pedro out of the game. 0 for 2 tonight against Pedro. Didn't waste any time, though, against Timlin. That ball really scooted on that outfield grass as it travels all the way out to the wall. That still might be a little wet. It did rain some this afternoon here at the ballpark.
And some rain here during batting practice today. And it sounds as if tomorrow is going to be a nasty day here in the Texas area. They're talking about tornadoes and everything else may be coming through here tomorrow. So we're certainly hopeful that we would get to tonight's game in without any problems. You've been down here in this Texas area for some of that weather in your past.
Did spend a year in the Texas League, El Paso, but as we made some of those road trips to Amarillo and different places, saw some of those tornadoes. They're not fun to be around.
That's a pretty tough league, I would imagine, the Texas League.
Sure, it used to be. I don't know what it's like now. But a lot of travel. And those days, we traveled on bus, and of course, we were far away from the other end of Texas in El Paso. So I think our shortest trip was like 8 hours.
Were they the Diablos then?
El Paso Diablos.
A-Rod at second base, one down. And a swing and a miss. You know, I saw yesterday in the wire was that T-Rod is still playing. Tony Rodriguez, former Red Sox shortstop.
You threw me there for a while.
So you didn't come to mind when I said T-Rod?
Didn't jump up there, no.
Tony Rodriguez still playing baseball. He is apparently an independent league team, but saw his name on the wire yesterday. 2-1. That's in there for a strike. And another guy who's going to be playing independent baseball, trying to make his way back to the big leagues, 44-year-old Ricky Henderson.
I saw that today in the paper.
Yeah.
Trying to pick between, what, about 4 different clubs?
All in New Jersey. Society New Jersey is where he's going to play. The 2-2. Into right center field for a base hit. Alex Rodriguez will be sent around. Nixon collects it out in right center. The throw to second base, and Palmeiro slides in safely with an RBI double. And Texas has their second run. It's now 5-2 Boston.
Well, they've got what they want, do the Rangers. They have Pedro out of the game with 5 outs left in this game. That fastball down and away. Palmeiro beats the shift. He hits it right by Garciaparra. And again, that ball rolling pretty quickly out toward the warning track. A-Rod and Palmeiro change places. Well, right now a 3-run game.
Here's Juan Gonzalez, who singled in the second inning, 1 for 3. With a run driven in, his ground out in the 4th gave Texas their first run. Second go-around with the Texas Rangers for Juan Gonzalez. He was here from 89 to 99 before going to the Detroit Tigers for a very brief season. And it was not a great time for him there in Detroit. He was offered a long-term deal and turned it down. And then went to Cleveland for a season and returned to Texas last year, where he spent some time on the DL. And 9 home runs for Juan Gonzalez in his career. Nicknamed Juan Gun. In the air to right field. Has Juan Gun this time out of the yard? Yes, he has. Home run number 410 brings the Rangers back within a run very quickly. It's now 5-4 Boston.
This is reminding Red Sox fans a little bit of that first road trip. Things had settled down very nicely at home out of the bullpen, but very quickly now The Rangers back within one. Gonzalez showing that opposite field power on the fastball. And that's going to bring Grady Little out of the dugout.
Texas second in the major leagues in home runs. That is their 36th as a team of the year. It is the second home run for Gonzalez off Timlin, and that's the last pitch Timlin will throw tonight as Grady will take the ball from him. And Timlin's night is over. So Chad Fox coming in from the bullpen. We'll step aside. It's now 5-4 Boston.
Very quickly back in Arlington, it's a one-run game. Red Sox have the 5-4 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Well, RedSox.com has the broadest selection of items for the team you love. Shop RedSox.com, the official site of wearing your heart on your sleeve, cap, pullover, and lots more.
Timlin gone after just a third of an inning, giving up 3 runs, and it brings into the game the right-hander Chad Fox.
Chad Fox making his 8th appearance, already a record of 1-2 with a 4.50 ERA. His last outing came on Friday against the Blue Jays. An inning in that game, 1 hit, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Had a very good slider that day, as I recall, against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Well, he has to face Carl Everett, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Carl singled in the 7th inning after striking out in his first 2 plate appearances tonight against Pedro Martinez. And the first pitch strike. Carl shaking his head. Well, that was very quick. After Timlin got the first out, A-Rod with a double, Palmeiro with a double, and Juan Gonzalez with the 2-run home run.
It kind of makes you appreciate what Pedro did to this lineup. Even though he looked at times like he was struggling, this is a lineup that can put a hurting on you in a hurry. And they have done that in this inning.
Everett down 0-2. Pedro went 7 tonight. Mike Timlin just a third of an inning, charged with 3 runs. And now Fox trying to get the final 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. And he gets Everett. The big out. Out number 2.
That's the slider again from Fox. Basically fastball slider from Chad Fox. And Everett looked like on that swing he was trying to tie this game up.
3rd strikeout tonight for Carl Everett. Here's Ruben Sierra, 1 for 2. He walked in the 5th, doubled in the 7th inning. Red Sox out hitting Texas 9-6. And they're back within a run now here in the 8th. In the dirt, and it's 3-0. Chad Fox, 31 years of age, signing a 1-year deal with the Red Sox during the offseason. In the midst of his 12th pro season. Wow, ball 4 to Sierra, and the 2-out walk has him aboard. And missed by much. Here comes Ryan Christensen, the number 8 hitter. Has walked tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Fox backs him off. 95 miles per hour from Chad Fox. 2 Tommy John surgeries for Chad Fox, but the velocity's still there. League time with the Atlanta Braves and the Milwaukee Brewers before coming here to Boston. Two 2-0. That's 6 straight balls now thrown by Chad Fox.
Bad pitch right there.
No. And frustration on both sides at times tonight with Randy Marsh. Wow. Randy Marsh has not been the pitcher's friend tonight. And misses that time by a lot. So back-to-back walks after striking out Carl Everett. The potential tying and go-ahead runs on base. Tony Cloninger making his way out to the mound.
Yeah, it looks like a pinch hitter too is going to come up for Chad Kreuter. He's been called back to the dugout. There is no activity. I guess just starting some activity now out in the bullpen for the Red Sox.
Tolar and Brandon Lyon. Tolar, the left-hander.
Looks like Kevin Mench, the right-hander, will come out to be the pinch hitter. Kevin Mench, I believe, just coming off the disabled list a few days ago.
Did some damage against Boston last season.
Had a strained left oblique muscle. He did that in batting practice down during spring training.
Activated from the DL on Thursdays, made 4 starts in left field so far for Texas, but here's a pinch hitter hitting at 188 so far this season. And a great spring, hitting at 347 with 4 home runs prior to the injury. Two on, 2 outs, last of the 8th. And Fox starts off behind again.
And tried to slide at that time. Can't get that over for a strike.
There's a strike, and it's 1-1. Kevin Tolar, Brandon Lyon continue to warm in the Boston pen. There's a rapid fire down there right now as Chad Fox, the 3rd pitcher into the game tonight for Boston. Pedro Martinez, the pitcher of record right now. One and 2.
Nothing but sliders, 3 in a row to Kevin Mench.
What a year last year for Kevin Mench in his rookie season for Texas. Sierra at second base, Christensen at first, 2 outs. And this is sent foul off the right side. Last played on Sunday for the Texas Rangers, was 0 for 5 in that game. And some of the Red Sox faithful on hand here in Texas. Going to cheer Chad Fox out of a jam.
Oh, got away with one there. Hanging slider about letter high, and fortunately fouled straight back. Not exactly the way I want this pitch.
Fox with the 1-2. Line to left. Ramirez moving over, and Manny will run it down. So the final out in the bottom of the 8th inning, but the Rangers get 3. They're back within 1. It's 5-4 at the end of 8.
Gonna be tight.
Back in Texas as Shea Hillenbrand leads it off here in the top of the 9th inning. It's now a 1-run game as the Red Sox on top 5-4. Hillenbrand, Giambi, and Varitek to face Esteban Yan. And came on in the 8th and gave up a home run to Manny Ramirez. It's now the difference in this game tonight. 1-2 now to Shea Hillenbrand. Shea with a single in the 5th inning as you look at the new catcher for the Texas Rangers, Einar Diaz, former Cleveland Indian, who comes on after Chad Kruger was hit for by Kevin Mench, who lined out to left to end last inning. Look out in the Texas dugout. They get back there in a hurry. Yan with the 1-2. Missing up and away that time. Red Sox getting 2 runs in the 1st tonight. Texas got a run in the 4th. Boston with 2 more in the 5th to lead it 4-1. And Manny's home run last inning going on top 5-1. But the Rangers come up with 3 runs in their half of the 8th. In the air to right, hit pretty well down towards the corner. Back goes Gonzalez, and he makes the catch onto the track into the corner. And a good running play from Juan Gonzalez as it was bending away from him for out number 1.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Gonzalez. That ball slicing away from him off the bat of the right-handed hitter, and of course it's 349 down in that area he's going to, but quickly hits in a little bit shorter, makes that play going up against the wall. And that's going to be it for Esteban Yan as Buck Showalter out with Giambi due up, making a call for a left-hander.
So with 1 out of the inning, the Rangers do indeed go to their bullpen, and the Red Sox lead this one by a score of 5-4. Boston Red Sox baseball in NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. More than 2,700 nonstop daily flights to 59 destinations all across the country. And by your New England Ford dealers. If you haven't looked at a Ford lately, look again. See your New England Ford dealer today. Back in Texas, Red Sox on top 5-4 in the top of the 9th with 1 down, and the Texas Rangers have changed pitchers. Left-hander Aaron Foltz into the game.
Done a pretty nice job for him so far out of the bullpen. He now working in his 13th game. 11 innings, 8 hits allowed, 1 home run, a couple of walks, 10 strikeouts, and opponents only hitting .205.
Been in the big leagues before, the San Francisco Giants, 2000, 2001, and last year was San Francisco. Going to have a pinch hitter here with 1 out. Jeremy Giambi was scheduled to bat here, but with the left-hander in, Doug Mirabelli will pinch hit. Doug had a couple of home runs on the homestand for the Red Sox. Tonight, Jeremy Giambi had been 0 for 2 with a walk. Evens up now 1-1 to Mirabelli.
3 choices off the bench as a pinch hitter: Mirabelli, Jackson, and Bill Miller. Bill Miller, of course, a switch hitter. The choice goes to Mirabelli. Grady looking for the long ball.
He was swinging for the downs there, and it's 1-2. Doug started off very slow for the Red Sox this season, but has been coming on as late. 5 hits. His last 6 at-bats, including 2 home runs. But he strikes out this time. Out number 2 in the top of the 9th inning.
Richard Foltz has quite a few strikeouts. Not an overpowering pitcher, but this slider down and in on Mirabelli. So even though the Red Sox go to the bench for the right-hander, does not pay off. Now Varitek will switch around to the right side.
Jason from the right side has hit at .500 this season. 9 for 18 to begin the year from the right side. From the left side has not been as good, hitting at .182. Facing 29-year-old left-handed pitcher Aaron Foltz. Sliced foul off the right side. 1-1 now to Varitek.
Well, we look toward the bottom of the 9th, and you go right back to the top of the order for the Texas Rangers. That means A-Rod gets another at bat.
And if anybody gets on, Rafael Palmeiro will have a chance.
Pretty nasty slider right there.
Very nasty. 1-2.
That's one of those Ron Guidry sliders. He used to throw those right-handers down and in right about at their ankle.
Varitek waves at that pitch. Got away briefly from Diaz, who tags him out. Well, impressive. Aaron Foltz comes on and strikes out the 2 men that he faces. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox in the 9th. 5-4 Boston. Bottom of the 9th inning, back in Texas. Chad Fox back on the mound. And the top of the Texas Rangers order to lead it off. Michael Young 0 for 4 tonight. This is Chad Fox for the first time tonight. And at the lip of the grass at third is Hillenbrand. There's a strike. 2-1. Fox, the 3rd Boston pitcher. He came on to get the final 2 outs of last inning. Still Tolar on the left, Brandon Lyon on the right. Chopped to 3rd. Hillenbrand, a couple of crow hops, and the throw on to 1st in time.
Well, this copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
Never, ever do it.
Don't even think about it.
Hank Blaylock, who is 0 for 3 with a walk that came way back in the 1st inning. One of 6 walks surrendered by Pedro Martinez in his 7 innings of work tonight. Pedro struck out 8, gave up a run on 3 hits. And the pitcher of record right now for the Red Sox as this one kicks up back into the seats. A very difficult outing tonight for Mike Timlin, who went a 1/3 of an inning, giving up 3 hits and 3 runs, including the 2-run home run by Juan Gonzalez last inning. Fox with the 2-1. Big cut from Blaylock. 2-2. Alex Rodriguez waits on deck here in the bottom of the 9th inning in Texas. Did he go? They'll check 3rd. No, says Angel Hernandez. Count to the league leader in hitting coming in. And there's ball 4. Potential tying run aboard with 1 out in the 9th.
walks now for Chad Fox since coming in this game. A couple of walks in the 8th inning.
How about the total tonight for the Red Sox? 11 walks given up by Boston pitching.
Yeah, that's real unusual. And you're fortunate to still be ahead in the game when you give up that many walks.
1 out, 1 on for Alex Rodriguez. 0 for 2 with a walk and a double. Millar holds the runner on at first. And Rodriguez fouls it back. Well, now, as a result of the runner being on with 1 out, if Rodriguez can stay out of a double play, Rafael Palmeiro will have a chance as he waits on deck. Red Sox outfield very deep all the way around for Alex Rodriguez. They're about straight up, but they are very deep. And the 0-1. Missing 1-1.
Well, deep for a couple of reasons, obviously, because A-Rod's up there, but also you want to try to keep the ball out of the gap and have that guy be able to score from first base, you know, any kind of double.
Blaylock with the lead at first as Millar holds him on. 1 out, last of the 9th. A 1-1. 2-1 to A-Rod. Millar and Lyon continue to warm in the Boston bullpen as Vinny starts pacing down there in the dugout. Check swing foul, and it evens up at 2-2. A tall task here for the right-hander as he faces Alex Rodriguez with a potential tying run standing at first and 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Fouled off. This will reach the upper deck off to the right.
See Varitek getting up in his crouch. He wanted him to try to chase that high fastball. Now let's see if Fox goes back to that slider down and away.
Alex Rodriguez tied for the league lead in home runs with 7.
See Varitek there telling the pitcher to shake off. Even though he's not giving a sign, he's giving the hitter something to think about. What's he shaking off? After the slider.
The 2-2. On the ground. Garciaparra at shortstop. The second for 1. On to first. It is not in time. Could have been game ending, but they do get the lead man in Blaylock. The only problem now is we have to face Rafael Palmeiro.
Yeah, ball wasn't hit hard enough to turn that thing over. The ground ball to Garciaparra, the underhand flip. Now Walker has to back off the bag. That costs you just a little bit at second base. You're coming across, it happens that much quicker. When you back off, it's a tougher throw, and A-Rod just able to beat it, hustling all the way.
Now Rafael Palmeiro, who doubled and scored a run in the 8th inning. 1 for 4 with a run driven in the game. Hits one to right field. Nixon heading back, front of the wall to make the catch on the track to end the game. So Palmeiro gives it a ride, but Nixon back there playing deep wanders back onto the track to make the catch. And the Red Sox take game 1 of this 3-game series against the Texas Rangers. So it turned out to be a tight-knit affair here at the end, but Boston's bullpen able to get the job done in the end.
The Foxwoods chance play of the game with the bases loaded. Back in the 7th inning, Pedro Martinez on a 3-2 count gets Michael Young to chase a cut fastball and get the Red Sox out of big trouble in that inning. That's the Foxwood chance play of the game.
Well, with the bullpen holding on, Pedro Martinez the winner, 2-1. Jan Park gets the loss, 1-3, and Chad Fox picks up his second save. That does it for us in Texas. We now send it back to Bob Rogers. Bob?
All right, wow. That's all I can say. Watching that, what did you think when Rafael Palmeiro just hit that ball?
I thought the ball was gone. But you have to be there so you can hear the sound of the bat. So it's kind of deceiving right there.
All right, they hung on to one. We'll get Dennis Eckersley's take on this ball game tonight. In Texas, Pedro Martinez gets the win. A win is a win any way you get it. Red Sox take it 5-4. And WB Mason extra innings is next.